Well, my name's Tim Jackson. I'm 21, almost 22. Come from Armidale, New South Wales. I grew up in a little town called Walker, which is 40 minutes south of Armidale, and lived there right up till the end of school. In 2005, living in Walker at this point, I was in year 5 at school and started to become unwell. Was sort of off school for about 3 weeks and went to the doctors getting all these tests, and they couldn't quite figure out what was happening. So I went to the paediatrician in Armidale and had some blood tests, and he actually said that I had cancer, leukemia, acute lymphoblastic leukemia to be precise. And I was surprised. I didn't realise kids could have cancer. I didn't even know. So that was a massive shock. And that afternoon, of getting the news, I was flown to Sydney Children's Hospital after having almost nothing to do with hospitals in the past, and suddenly thrown to this big city hospital, and had more tests, a lumbar puncture and a bone marrow aspirate, bone marrow test where they get some of your bone and test it, and it was crazy. And after that, one of the big doctors there confirmed that I had cancer, so I was going to be in for a long road ahead of treatment. And during that journey, I had a person come around to the ward that was advertising this organisation called Camp Quality, and they sat down with us and talked about it and said it's a place where kids can just go and have fun and forget all about treatment and all about the bad things, really, and just have fun together. And it's a group for kids living with cancer, basically. And so me and my family were jumped at the chance of that, and so it just turned out that I couldn't make it to a lot of camps, but I was involved with a lot of things in my area, like fun days and family camps, and and then eventually I met you at a camp. Where was it? In Melbourne. Melbourne, 2009, senior camp. So that was my second camp. The first one was the previous year at the Gold Coast, and I met so many people that are involved, and definitely on the camps you meet your peers, people of your age that have been through it, cancer, and it's really comforting. It's you feel like it's almost like a second family, really, because you can assimilate to different things and they just get it. An example would be being on steroids. You get certain cravings for food, and you can laugh about that together, the different crazy things you craved for, like cheese on toast at 3 o'clock in the morning, that sort of thing. And you just felt comfortable. Comfortable with them. It's crazy at the start. All you do is miss home, really, and miss your friends and school, but eventually, after time goes on, that becomes your new home, your new world. Wow. Almost. You get so involved with being in the hospital and things, and it sort of becomes the norm for a while. Okay. And then when you come back home after having treatment, it takes a long time to settle back in. Just a great isolation, basically, when you get sick. You only know only know what it's like when you actually experience it, really, I would say. I was told what was happening to me. Some things were kept to mum and dad, like what would happen if treatment didn't work and things, and basically I just sort of went by each day, and yeah, the initial treatment was 8 months of intensive stuff in Sydney Children's, and then yeah, I got into remission pretty quick. So by about Christmas time I was able to come home, and then you go into what's called a maintenance phase, which is an extra 1.5 years on chemo, but just chemo tablets, so you're able to be at home then. And by about 2007, the first year of high school, I stopped all my treatment tablets, and yeah, after that there was a span of about 2.5 years of off treatment and getting better and getting back into life and doing a lot of things that I missed out on, being at school and sport and whatever. But yeah, 2.5 years, and yeah, unfortunately I've sort of relapsed again. I think I said, fuck, here we go again.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know, I just felt unwell, and I was like, this is too familiar, and it's I don't like the look of this, and turned out that's what was going to happen. I was going to take the journey again, and I was really just starting to get back into things. Like, it takes a really long time for your body to get over the chemo and steroids and things and get your fitness back, really. Well, it did for me anyway, and to hear that was gonna be taken away again was pretty shocking. I basically just grinned and bared it, really. I don't know, I got Mum and Dad to take pictures of my hometown and the house and everything, so I could just be reminded of it, and little things like that. But I basically just took it and just said, oh well, it is what it is, and you got to do what you got to do, and I'm going to fight again. Well, go again. We'll do it again. Yeah. So I had the second lot of treatment, and then that finished, and then I was trying to make a go of life again. I'm trying to finish my HSC, and I had got a part-time job at McDonald's, and then a routine blood test, and here we go again. Third time lucky. Wow. You thought. This time it involved a bit different kind of course of treatment. I had to have a bone marrow transplant, and also it involved moving over to the adults hospital, because I was 18 at this time, and the kids hospital didn't sort of accept you after that. So that going from kids and babies crying, clown doctors and colours everywhere, to the dull sort of ward with old people everywhere and plain old colours on the walls, it was a bit depressing and a bit hard. But so I went through that. This was 2013, and had the bone marrow transplant on the day before my birthday. Wow. My 19th birthday, and it was just a waiting game then until basically the new bone marrow takes hold in your body, and so that happened, and then we were again allowed to go home, and again try and make a go at life again. December 2014, I noticed something completely different. There's a lump, which is uncommon for leukemia, because it's usually in the blood. But so I got a little bit worried, and had it ultrasounded, and it turned out to be a deposit of leukemia, which is totally strange. I just didn't know what to make of that, because it was so different from the other times. And it turns out that I was actually told when I was having my transplant that this is going to be my final crack at beating the disease. And yeah, that was kind of hard to hear, and I just always thought I'd be okay, like I'd always get better. And when I found this lump and found out that it was leukemia, I don't think it's really hit me to this day, but to know that, yeah, I'm probably not going to be cured from this disease, and that's sort of where I am at this stage. Various spots of leukemia have popped up, and I've had radiation treatment to try and get rid of them, and it's been successful. And I really shouldn't be here at the moment, to tell you the truth. The doctors said a year at the most from the end of 2014, and look, we're here halfway through 2016, so I don't know. Have I treated someone wrong in the past and have to go and fix it? I don't think so. Have I? Do I need to go and do something different? Yeah, that I did in the past. Do I have to become religious, be in touch with God, for Him to say, okay, I'll make you better now because you love me?
Are you religious?
Yes and no. My best friend Sam is very Christian, and he's talked to me a lot about it, and I value a lot of the Christian ideals and things. I do have trouble keeping up with it though, and sticking with it and keeping that faith, but I do think I kind of think that it would make a lot of things easier if I was religious, because then you have one person to follow and you just can put everything down to that. But growing up, wasn't religious, and yeah, I find it hard to be fully faithful. Yeah. I'd say hang in there, go with it. All you have to do is sit there, everyone else takes care of the rest. And if you can, anything you can do that helps, do it, get you through it, and just look ahead and find something to look forward to. That helped me. If there's something that you can look forward to, work out when your treatment's going to be finished, plan something for then, and then you look at each day and count down the days. Even movies.
Movies?
I really they take your mind off everything. Or PlayStation games, like really, literally, that it just is mind numbing.
Yeah.
And you get into your different world if you really get into those things. For now, during this really hard time of knowing that I'm probably not going to be around for a heck of a lot longer, having my wife around me is pretty amazing. How did we meet? Well, yeah, that's a story. So when I came back from my transplant, I was living in Port Macquarie at this time, and I had a part-time job at Macca's, McDonald's, and yeah, Emily was working there at the same time, and we're both in my cafe, and I thought, she's pretty. And yeah, we sort of got talking. I used to help her lift the rubbish out of the bin because she wasn't strong enough to do it, and I felt pretty good for doing that. I thought she might admire me for being the stronger. I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, we just got talking after that and caught up one day out of sight of work, and we just talked, and it was pretty much all we needed to know that we wanted to be together. We went to the beach one afternoon, and she just sort of understood me, and talking about things like finding love or whatever, and that we just shared the same sort of ideals and things, and yeah, we just had so much in common, and yeah, we got each other, and I hadn't met anyone like that before that really understood, that hadn't experienced what I'd been through, and she was very understanding, and that was just really a comfort thing that I noticed. And like, we'd only been together for about a couple of months, and we knew what was ahead, and we were like, mutually, we were like, what if we got married? Yeah. And so that was sort of the end of that. And then one day I just ducked out to the shops, bought a ring, and then went home and said, come with me, Em. We went to the beach and walked the dogs, and she was sort of going off in one direction, and then she turned around and I was on one knee, and then yeah, said, will you marry me? And she said yes.
So I was just off being an idiot, running down the beach with the dogs, and I turned around and he was on one knee.
That was a great day. We got everything prepared and done in the time, and it was amazing. I've never seen anything like that before. Just people I didn't even know came out of the woodwork and started giving money and donating things just for us, and they didn't even know me, they didn't even know us, and just hearing our story just, I guess, provoked them.
My auntie got in contact with the Kyle and Jackie O show, and we received a call from them one morning, and they told us that they were going to cover our entire wedding, the ceremony and the reception.
It was
and
amazing.
we were absolutely blown away. It was insane.
And I couldn't be more grateful for it. Like, I just, can't. I really have faith in humanity after that. That there's some great people out there. Oh, it was amazing. It was bloody hot. 40
Really?
degrees.
Bloody hell.
I didn't know. I thought I was going to pass out at one stage. But no, the best day. You put all that behind you when you're marrying the one you want. And yeah, it was at Em's farm, and it was sort of an open wedding. Anyone that wanted to come, we said could come. Yeah, I had two of my best mates up with me, and Em's brother. And I remember standing at the aisle and all my friends and family around, and then next minute Ems comes in on her horse looking absolutely amazing, like stunning on
Riding
there.
down from the top of the paddock, everyone had just turned around and there was so many people, and Tim was just standing at the end with the goofiest smile on his face. And everyone was like all teary, and it was just, it was amazing.
I was shaking. I was like, yeah, in another world when I saw her coming down the aisle. I was so proud to marry her that day in front of everyone. It was great. Yeah, we did. We left the next day and went to Cairns for 10 days, and that was awesome. Just by ourselves in a nice hotel, and we pretty much ordered room service every night. We basically just relaxed. It was awesome. We snorkeling. My work, McDonald's, donated helicopter ride to this private island with just us and champagne and food, and it was just the best experience.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, and all thanks to the people around us supporting us, so it wouldn't have happened any other way.
Yeah.
As time went on, we found a great spot. We're there for each other, and we can just sit there and say nothing and feel comfortable as ever, and next minute we'll be talking about the most random thing, and it's great to have someone your age there with you and supporting you, and you can wake up next to them every day.
Yeah.
It's great.
Love struck Romeo on the streets of serenade, playing everybody low with the love song that he made. Finds the street light, stepped out in the shade.
The cancer took up a lot of my life. Like, I found that it was kind of my life and has been my life, but and I'd call it the best, worst experience of my life, if you can understand that, in the way that I've met so many great people. People that I'll cherish forever. I've done so many great things, and I've got so many great things, possessions and everything, all because of having cancer. And yeah, I can't be grateful enough to everyone that's supported me over the years. And through each town that I've lived in, through Chem Quality, through school, through work, everyone's just been there for me, and I really don't know what I've done, especially to deserve all that. Like, I've basically been sick, like, that's all. It sometimes baffles me, really, that how much I really am loved. Yeah, by people. Yeah.
Some people, when they get sick, they get angry, right? But you don't strike me as an angry person.
I don't know how to be angry. I really don't. I've tried to be, but it just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I always find a reason not to be cranky with things. I always find the second argument to something to justify not being angry, basically. I don't really often put myself first, but yeah, I kind of like to make sure everyone else is okay first, basically. Yeah. sometimes that can be troublesome because you'll go so far and realise that, oh, I should have been looking after myself a bit better, or done more for myself. But I don't regret anything though, or how I've been in life. Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of people looking out for you as well.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm so grateful for everyone around.
So you come and put your back